What an epic day of tiebreakers we have seen in the Chess World Cup of 2025. The major question was on Praggnanandhaa because he had a very lucky escape in the classical games against his opponent. But today, it was filled with twists and turns so epic that until the final 5+3 tiebreaker, we did not know what was going to happen. But then, I'm very happy to report that Praggnanandhaa is still alive in the Chess World Cup after he beat Timur Kuibakarov in the tiebreakers, in the 5+3 tiebreaker that happened. Praggnanandhaa was staring at elimination after losing the first 15+10 tiebreaker, but then he bounced back in grand style, and then in the 5+3 tiebreakers, Pragg showed his forte with blitz. He was simply too good, the double attack that he had, and on the first game, he pulled out a comprehensive win. But in the second game, apparently Praggnanandhaa blundered, but because Kuibakarov was under time pressure, he also blundered certain moves. The advantage went right back to Praggnanandhaa, and in the end, he won both the 5+3 games, ensuring that he now goes into the next round. But there was little bit of concern when you have to look at the other opponent that we have got, Vidit Gujrathi. Vidit Gujrathi very calmly ensured that he defeated Faustino Oro in the 15+10 tiebreakers, and that is why now Vidit Gujrathi has entered round 3. It is kind of sad to see Faustino Oro go off because the 12-year-old put on one of the best displays that a 12-year-old can. The youngest ever participant in the history of the Chess World Cup really stunned the world. He managed to win his first round game in the tiebreakers. That also went to 5+3. Here, he took Vidit to the tiebreakers, so that is credit to him. Very soon in the chess world, we will see a future star in Faustino Oro. And the Messi of chess kind of lived up to his potential. I mean, who manages to do so well at the age of 12? Just ask Praggnanandhaa, who became a Grandmaster. But there was a massive shocker. Hans Niemann, one of the favorites to go through and do well in the Chess World Cup. Now, he was eliminated over today by Lorenzo Lodici of Italy. Now, Lodici, remember, until that particular point in time, Hans Niemann was battling well. But a couple of blunders towards the FIDE end, the end game in particular, Hans Niemann just had found no way. And because of that, Lorenzo Lodici, when Hans Niemann resigned, he was simply pumped up. And that is why after Jan Nepomniachtchi, after Wesley So, now it is Hans Niemann who's making the trip back to the US. So that's why another major seed eliminated today, and that was Hans Niemann. But Pranav Venkatesh has shown that yes, the World Junior Championship was no fluke. He managed to beat Norway's Aryan Tari in the tiebreakers, and now he will now be in round 3. Now, Pranav Venkatesh has a good draw, and if he does well, he might be one of the first Indians to make it from the classical section to the 4th round. But this Chess World Cup, yes, you cannot be complacent because a lot of 2,700 plus ELO people have been eliminated. So that's why one has to be very, very careful. Such is the nature of the format. But there was sadness for the Indian contingent as well because Nihal Sarin, he tried to fight, but he was eliminated by Stamatis Kurokolos Arditis. Now, Stamatis is actually becoming the Indian giant killer in this Chess World Cup because in his previous round, Stamatis had beaten Divya Deshmukh. Now he's eliminated Nihal Sarin. So that is why the Greek Grandmaster is really having a good time in Goa at this point. So Stamatis Kurokolos Arditis, he will be one of the most, you may say, the dark horses in this Chess World Cup at this point in time. Karthikeyan Murali. Now, even he fought and fought and fought. There was one particular tiebreaker which went well past 100 moves against Puya Idani of, but then unfortunately, in the last 5+3 tiebreaker, Karthikeyan Murali lost. And that's why his challenge in the Chess World Cup has ended. But SL Narayanan, kudos to him. He played a superb 5+3 blitz games, won both against Nikita Vityugov. Remember, Vityugov was a very solid chess player and he has troubled many players in the past. But Narayanan put on a great show in the 5+3 section, and that is why even he is into round 3. So, The other major thing is Pranesh Muniratnam. He has beaten Dimitri Skolars and he's entered round 3. So the Indian contingent, just with Nihal Sarin and Karthikeyan Murali, they have been eliminated, unfortunately. But now in round 3, you are going to see plenty of action heat up. Praggnanandhaa is there, Vidit is there, Arjun is there, Gukesh is there. So the top Indian players are luckily there, which ensures that the Chess World Cup continues to remain in popularity at this stage. Remember, this is now the period when the margins for errors become smaller and smaller. And 10th, until the rest day on the 10th, you cannot afford any kind of mishaps at this stage. So round 3 will begin from tomorrow. Let's see how that pans out. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.